So let's look at how the syntax of the break statement with switch case statement, how it works with switch case statement. So we write our switch, our condition inside here, then case statement. So after every action, you can either put a break statement like what's happening here. After case 3, we said break. So when the action 3 is true, then we are going to break and come out of that switch statement. So if we don't know how to code the switch statement, you can check on our previous videos. So this is how we use the break statement with for loop. So one of the rules of the break statement, it must be inside the for loop. It must be inside the loop. It's either a while loop, a do while loop, and then you use it with a condition like if statement. So this is how you do it with the while loop and also with the do while loop. Same syntax with the for loop, and this is how you do it with the nested loops. As you can see, we have this for loop, and then inside the for loop we have a while loop. So with that out of the way, let's now jump right into the practical stuff of this program. So we are going to write this simple code to explain the use of the continue statement in C. Write a program in C to input a number and check whether the number is prime or not using for loop. So remember how we use it with the for loop. This is a for loop. For loop, we have the initialization, condition, update. This is a modification. You can then you have the body of the loop. Then this is how we are going to use the break statement. So let's write the code. So let's just say break.c. So yes include, then we have to save our standard input output .h header file. Here it is. So let's go back to the question. We need to understand the question before we write any code. So let's try to understand the question. Write a program in C to input a number. So we need to allow the user to input a number and check whether the number is prime number or not using for loop. So let's write that. Let's write our int main, our main function. Don't worry, we're going to cover functional programming very soon this series. So let's int. We're going to declare a variable of I of data type integer. So this will be our loop counter. This I will be our loop counter. Let's declare another variable int num. This is the num which the user will enter. Let's have another variable. This is like a flag variable. Which is called is prime. This one we are going to use to check whether the number is prime or not. So I hope you're following. I hope you're loving it. So right now let's prompt the user to enter the number. Printf. Let's have tell the user to enter the number. So let's just say enter number to check whether it's a prime number. Check whether it is prime or not, like this. So let's use this tab space. Let's make use of it inside like this. So I hope you are still with me. So now let's scan. Let's write our specifier. It's an integer, so it's %d for integers, %d for integers. Then the address of the variable, it's and num, like this. Then we terminate this line. The error should go. Why are we still having the error? Let me check if we okay, what's happening? Yeah, so the error is now gone. And now what's next is to let's initialize our is prime to 1. Let's say is prime Yes, just making a mistake. Is prime is equals to 1. So it's a flag variable. So when is prime equals to 1, that number will be a prime number. So when it is equals to 0, then we know it's not a prime number, it's a composite number. So we need to run a for loop for let's make our initial value of I be equals to 2. Then I is less than or equals to num by 2. Then we need to increment our I like this. Then we write the body of the loop. So inside the body of the loop, we are going to run an if statement. So we are going to check if, we are going to say if num modulus I, if num, remember the initial value of I is 2. If num modulus I is equals to 0, then we know automatically with this we need to is prime. We know that is prime is equals to 0 like this. So is prime will be equals to 0. So what we need to do, we break this loop. So this is how we use the break statement. So let's finish the program and see if it is running. Let's use another if statement. So if is prime, I need to write if is prime is equals to 1 and it's like this, and num is greater than 1, then we know that printf. So if it's equals to 1, then we know this is a prime number. So printf %d is a prime number, then we write that number. Then let's have num, else we are going to check, else we know that this is not a prime number, so else we need to write the else. Then printf, we are going to correct all those errors, so don't worry. So printf %d is not a prime number. Then let's terminate that line. Let's terminate this line like this. Also let's terminate this line, and after that we are going to run our code. Let's check 10. 10 is not a prime number. Let's clear. We want to check another one. Remember, prime number is only 2 factors, 1 and 7. Let's check 7. 7 is a prime number. So this code is working. So I hope you have been following, and that's it for this tutorial. Stay tuned in for another one coming.